thinking about the other day is how difficult it's been for niggas with the last name Brown. Them niggas done had it rough. Ain't been a famous nigga named Brown that done had it easy in America. You ever thought about that? Name them. Jim Brown, James Brown, Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, Antonio Brown, Kwame Brown,
oh my God.
Judge Joe Brown. All them niggas that had it rough, man.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
A lot of visuals coming from me.
How much did when you look at DC from when you was young to now, when you go and you check out everything, what's the differences, the big differences that you see when you was 11 or when you
white people
when you moved into that apartment?
White people.
There wasn't no white people.
White people.
There was none.
I tell people all the time, DC was Chocolate City. It's called Chocolate City because it was 80% black.
Really?
You didn't see white people. I never went to school with a white person. From pre-K to 12th grade, not one.
Wow.
I had one white teacher, and he only stayed for 3 months.
Everywhere, even downtown where we stayed at.
Everybody
I never knew
was
that.
black. The police officers, you had a few white police officers, but the people whose businesses you frequented in your neighborhood, it was always a black man that owned a convenience store or some sort of store. Your whole community was black. It was a black city. So now with the gentrification, like I think of all the cities that have been gentrified, Chocolate City has been hurt the most because the name, our namesake was being known for being a black city. So it breaks my heart, man, to go back, and we just went to my basketball court around my way, and it was white people. I put the video on Instagram. It was just white people up there just shooting air balls. And it's like, it's a whole nother world. It's like, I can't even believe that in the amount of time that has happened for you to be able to move all of those people out of there like that. And
where have they moved to, though?
The outskirts or away, away,
Mm-hmm.
wherever they end up, you know what I mean? And you think about how easy it is to be able to uproot people who don't have anything.
That's right.
If you don't have nothing, I can come to, hey man, here go $5,000.
I'm going to take it.
And you going to be like, I give it to $5,000 in a Section 8 voucher. Oh, we up, baby. Not even knowing that you can ready to leave a house that's going to be worth $1.3 million in 8 years.
But it's not even, when we think about legacy now and ownership, but then some of these people can't afford to even think about it because they got to feed their kids.
It doesn't exist. And that's one of the biggest problems in our community. And I saw that firsthand in growing up in DC with it being such a big, predominantly black city. Like my Aunt Mary's house that I was just talking about, 3531 10th Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. That house, when she got it in 89? It was like maybe $90,000 for a 3-story, like kind of like a brownstone looking house. That house sold for $1.2 million in 2017. And it's like the fact that we aren't in position to even hold on to something like that, because it's unfortunate, man. It breaks my heart because everywhere you go, it's the same story for real.
The same story.
I tell people all the time, when it comes to black people in America, we all in the same movie. The script is the same. The characters are a little different. You know what I mean? The way you deliver the lines may be a little different, but we all are acting in the same movie. Niggas.
That's real.
And that's just what it is. Like I was thinking about the other day, this how difficult it's been for niggas with the last name Brown. Them niggas done had it rough. Ain't been a famous nigga named Brown that done had it easy in America. You ever thought about that? Name them. Jim Brown, James Brown, Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, Antonio Brown, Kwame Brown,
oh my God.
Judge Joe Brown. All them niggas done had it rough, man. It's hard to be a black man in America, man. It's tough.
Man,
it's
you
tough,
hilarious,
man.
bro.
Browns done been through some shit, no pun intended, but man, listen. For real.
Browns done been through some shit.
Man, listen. And then when you think about the crazy part of it, the Brown, like, we brown, it's fucked up for brown crazy, people in the man. Listen, if you got that black skin, man, they call it black, but it's brown.
Wow.
That brown skin, man, it's rough being black in America, man. And it's like, I don't even, I don't know if it's possible to to even foresee what it could look like for us in any other way, because it's been this way the whole time.
Because people always say, with all of these interracial relationships and people making, brown babies everywhere nowadays, is it going to ever be a place where we are going to be the minority? We should be the majority after a while doing all of that. I
mean, that's the scariest part of it. Like, there's nowhere in the world, as they call it now, FBAs, foundational Black Americans, you know what I mean? Like, they'll tell you from Jamaica, you not a founder. This nigga's a FBA, with all these new terms. It's crazy how they got
I never heard that before.
Yeah, it's one of those just pronouns that they coming out with. Everybody got to have a pronoun now. It's like a gang, you know what I mean? But there's nowhere for Black people in America, in the world, where we can go and be like, finally, I'm straight. Like, I ain't got to worry about nothing over here. Mm-hmm. There's nowhere on this planet where Black people from America can go and seek solitude from all of the bullshit. Everywhere we go in the world. And the crazy part is, when you leave America, you don't even really be Black. Now you're an American.
Yeah.
You're not even Black anymore. So it's fucked up when you go to another country and they treat you like an American, and then you come back to America and they treat you like a nigga. It's like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Because if there was a place that we can go to that was, like base, we always it as Black people in America. We ain't never, all right, I'm on base. You can't get me now. We always in play. So if there was a place that we can actually have that was a safe space for us, I think maybe we could go there and kind of just not have to worry about nothing and be able to develop a plan. But being as though there's no place like that in the world for us, it's hard to see how we can ever really transition out of this position in this space, if you ask me.
And America is the only place that does that, because when you said that, I never thought about it before, because everybody here will say, I'm not Black, I'm Jamaican. Mm-hmm. But then when I go home, I'm still a Jamaican. Mm-hmm. So, but when you said that,
when you go home, you're Jamaican.
I'm still Jamaican.
You're a Jamaican person.
Right.
If a person from Nigeria is over here, I'm Nigerian. When you go home, you're a Nigerian. As a Black American, we come here, you're a nigga. That's go anywhere
crazy.
else, you're an American.
Right.
So we don't have if they treated us like America, I always joke about this. If white people and Black people got along, this really would be a motherfucker. Yeah. We'd be all right if we figured that out. But for some reason, we can't figure it out. And when we go to these other places, they looking at us like we have figured it out. It's crazy.
That's kind of what Muhammad Ali was on when he was talking about, having to go to war or do something with some other, he didn't feel like he felt like he didn't have a place to even be doing all that.
No,
so he was right. No, he was on point.
You're right. It's nowhere for us to go, man. And I think that we're able to be uprooted so quickly in these communities that we come from. I mean, like, it's so crazy to go back home and see all of these neighborhoods tore down that so many niggas died for and are serving life terms for. You are in jail forever for a place that is a Trader Joe's now.
Damn. Man, I got to get into your comedy side, man. You such a comedian, man. You here this weekend, kicking it. Arlington.
I was at Addison last time. I'm at Arlington this time.
Arlington Improv.
That's how big Dallas is.
Yeah.
Dallas so big, they got two of the same club.
And they be selling out.
And they sell out.
That's
everything's big in Texas, man. If you've never been down here, you watching this. Everything it's amazing down here. Texas is the only place in America that can secede from the Union and stay afloat.
Wow. Bro, I trip out off of it because when I did Ali Sadiq and then I did Bubba Dub, brought them on the same time, went to both of them show, all this stuff was selling out. Mm-hmm. Each one of them was selling out.
And Usher was in town that weekend.
Usher was in town.
That's how
it's crazy.
Yeah, because it's Texas, man. This is his own country. Texas is his own country. If you've never been down here, this is not America. This is Texas.
That's the way they act too.
This is Texas.
That's exactly the way they act.
It's not America. Texas is in America, but it's Texas.
Man, so your show is this Thursday through Sunday?
Yes, Thursday through Sunday at the Arlington Improv.
That's crazy. That's all them days. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just, man, we came to y'all show, man. We came from Miami. We came early to get there. We came to 85 South show when we last seen you. Y'all killed it. y'all hand out lawn chairs in that hole. Man, listen, man, I don't know what y'all had going. Y'all was handing shit out at the end. It blew my mind. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I was like, man, these niggas is crazy, but this is the hardest thing I ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
like y'all do that every time?
Yeah, we always do. You know, it's an experience. You
Is
know,
it always
is.
chairs or is something different every time?
I mean, it's something different every time on the stage.
It was beer and
sometimes they
everything.
be
Yeah.
having all types of crazy shit on stage when we get on stage. Like, who the fuck put this up here? Why do we need a shower rod? What is this up here
No,
for?
they did not.
Man, listen, it's ridiculous some of the items they place on stage. We be looking like, who the fuck put this up here? But yeah, it's an experience. And that's the beauty of it. Like, you have me here individually this weekend.
Yeah.
Fly somewhere individually, low somewhere individually, and you get to have that experience. But when we come together, it's a completely different experience. We could literally all be in the same place doing shows at the same time, and then come together and you get a completely different show.
We them ones
Than you
toured.
saw.
I asked Carlos about it when he was on there, because that tour was going on when he was on last, and y'all was all coming out individually. He was like, they not gonna get all us out there at one time. We all come out.
Yeah.
It's a different bag.
It's different. Yeah, it's a different bag for sure. But, you know, to be able to exercise both those muscles is a
Right.
blessing.
It's a
You know what I
blessing.
mean?
It's
And
a
most
blessing.
people don't ever get to see what that second one look like. That one that we do at the 85 South, because everybody's so individualistic in this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
You ain't got time to be trying to figure out how to let the next man, you know, do whatever on your time. It got to be all about me, baby. Flash.
Yeah.
My album, It's Lonely at the Top, coming out next week. Like, it's one of them type of situations. So, you know, for us, it's beautiful that we can all go individually and do everything that we do individually, but the coming together part is the magic. That's the super magic, because, you know, we all individually who we are. And nobody needs anybody. We are making a decision because we love each other to do this. Like, we really partners, we brothers. So that's the reason why it works the way it does.
Man, DC, man, I seen just his behind the scene of what he done right after that we came to the back with y'all. The way he carry himself, bro. What he done to isolate himself, I ain't gonna speak on it, but just made me have so much respect for how he handled his business as a man, a family man. You know what I'm saying? A brother that's a dude who know, hey man, it's something way bigger than this, what we doing. And I know who to appreciate for it. Man, I thought that was live.
Oh yeah, it's definitely live, and we all have those. We all have those, and that's another reason why it works that well, because we all respect each other's sentiment in that way. Whatever you need to do, bro, to get yourself together, whatever you need to do to stay in pocket with what it is you have going on when nobody's looking, we gonna support that. No matter what it is, because, you know, that helps you be at your best. And that's what we doing this for, to help each other elevate, to prop each other up, to give each other strength and energy, knowledge, you know what I mean, to protect one another, all of those things. So when you see him go do that, we make sure that he has time to go do whatever he needs to do in that moment. We make time for Los to be where he need to be able to get his mind right. You know, they know I'm going to walk off somewhere and be gone, walking around in a circle, but they allow me to do that. You know what I mean? Everybody is supportive of each other in that way. It's no protocol on how we do what we do, because we know that it's God that made it work. So for us to try to put those parameters in, we stepping on something that we ain't got no hand in regards to the energy part and the spiritual part of what it is we've been blessed to do. So that's why it works the way it does.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.